Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the RationalInvestor.com Daily Brief Recap. You don't know which I'm going to say fast and which I'm going to say slow. We can always go, welcome back to the Rational Investor Daily Brief Recap Show. Oh, crazy Brad. Man, I just did like a 2-hour rant for the good people on TRI today. Oh, and I think I covered everything under the sun. And actually, Kevin's like, you know what? The people love this shit. They eat it up. They call it breakfast, whatever. So I guess it went over fairly well. I suppose one good thing about talking to site subscribers is it's generally a friendly audience. They're not going to throw tomatoes at me or tell me to shut up if I talk too much. So did have actually a few ideas, but as we were sort of scrolling through all of the different markets, actually I found about 3 or 4 actually really buyable ideas today. 2 or 3 in the stock market, a couple in cryptocurrency land. So there are actually ideas to chew on, even though I would say on balance, I mean, you look at the metric on our screen here, breadth, it just looks like a train wreck right now. Fear, of course, is palatable. In the cryptocurrency space, I suppose, what does our crypto breadth look like? Yeah, same old, same old. Well, not same old, but remember we had that breakdown there about a week or 2 ago, and we're just continuing on that pattern. There's no change here yet. Also, too, being a Friday, being a big options expiry today, I can't imagine the market's going to be too well bid in crypto following that kind of meltdown there through last week. And I've said this all along here. I know you crypto people don't really like this, but in my opinion, this whole damn crypto market was all about this one IPO and one IPO only. It had to get done. They had to really pump up the froth. They had to like con car manufacturers into becoming crypto shillers, and then recounting statements, whatever. Point of the matter here is I don't think crypto bottoms in the stock market and in stock market land until you see this crazy thing bottom, and there's no bottom there in sight yet. As well, big ETFs had huge sell signals there a week or 2 ago. Nothing has changed here. And also the big sort of proxies now head and shoulders tops working. Momentum looks very poor here, so there's just nothing to do in stock market land crypto-wise. And I wouldn't even be surprised if a whole bunch of sort of Warren Buffett's and all that, now that they have these crypto proxies in the market, they're probably going to have fun sort of like lamenting about how poorly they do. And see, I told you, they're all rat poison and all that kind of nonsense. We as professionals in the marketplace know full well that these were huge rallies. I mean, goddamn. Bitcoin was like 3,000 or 4,000 about a year ago. Now it's 50, 60,000, and people think, well, it's just going to keep going in one straight direction. That's not the way markets work. At some point, there is going to be at least a 50% correction. And I would say that's probably exactly what we're getting right now. Where are we here? 36,000 is the last print here. And what was the high? 60 some odd thousand. Yeah, we're getting into that 50% level. So not a big surprise. My conversation with the audience today was, it was a bit of rhetoric. There's no doubt about it. We did spend a lot of time dissecting a really cool video that was put out by, and frankly speaking, I don't know who the producer of this video was, but it was an interview with Willy Woo. And of course, everybody in crypto is familiar with Willy Woo's fundamental on-chain metrics. And it was really enjoyable. In fact, actually, I was in the day trading room doing our day trading thing, and then somebody posted Oh, it looks like Kevin also reposted it. Somebody posted here this morning this interview, Is the Bitcoin Bull Market Over? With Willie Woo. And actually, I left the day trading room. I didn't really see anything too actionable this morning, and I actually just forced myself to sit down and just watch the video and just, listen to what he had to say. Because frankly speaking, I think he's a very intelligent. It was Aisha. I shared it this morning. It was really, so thank you, Aisha. I really appreciate that. So we all had a really good time sort of dissecting what Willie said here. And I have to say, in fact, halfway through the daily brief, like I said, I went on for like a couple hours today. And halfway through the video, I was so impressed with that video. Halfway through the daily brief, I was like, screw it. This has got to be out in the feed. And I literally stopped the feed. And I went right to, oh, look at that. They killed my feed. Well, that would make sense, considering how much hate I gave to this dickhead Musk. Halfway through the video, there you are. I actually stopped the video and I said, you know what? I got to tweet this out. It's got to be on the feed. So I was over the top pleased at how these two gentlemen, Brian, of course, is very opinionated when it comes to this stuff, and I'm often a hothead, and I get very angry at people like Elon, who think he's some reason he thinks he's a know-it-all in everything, and so he comes into the crypto space, and frankly speaking, the talk that he was talking was just stupidity, arrogance, just a fucking dickhead, and it was music to my ears to hear both of these gentlemen just tear a strip out of the fucking asshole. So, as I said here, often Brian rants uncontrollably. I mean, when I hear the nonsense coming out of Musk's mouth, it set me off, and of course I went nuts. But it's good to hear people I respect in the industry like telling Mr. M to fuck off too. Because frankly speaking, Mr. M should be told to fuck off. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. But I was, like I said, I was very proud of the crypto community standing up to that idiot. As for the market itself right now, unfortunately, we're in this kind of funny vacuum where, the market itself is getting ready for higher tax rates. That is never good for capitalism, and it's never good for stock prices. And as well, we had a bit of a bump up in commodity prices of late, which directly translated into inflationary data and is directly freaking out the public. So now the Fed, seeing the public freaking out and seeing, of course, that politicians have to respect what the public is thinking, and the Fed, at the end of the day, technically is responsible to the U.S. Congress. I get the distinct impression that the Fed is going to have to start, maybe reining in the completely free money, hyperinflation kind of environment that they would like to see happen here. So commodity prices have backed off a little bit, which if anything, we all should go, whew, calm down here, man. This is ridiculous. But at the same time, too, I don't know whether we really should expect a hell of a lot out of stock prices here. And you can see the junior stock market relative to the seniors, which is going to give you sort of that, what's the temperament of risk takers. It's still pointing down. We made a new low here recently. So there is no big rip-roaring bull market in spec stocks. Kathy Woods people of the world are going to be put back on the shelf. And unfortunately, I think also, too, to a certain degree, a lot of crypto. Like I said, I think crypto was really bid up there for that Coinbase IPO. And unfortunately, what that means is crypto is probably going to have to come back off, right? Buy the new rumor, sell the news. Also, too, seasonal, sell in May and walk away. And then you got Mr. Dickhead Musk there, who's completely fucked up the landscape. Has like crypto people infighting and ankle biting when there's no reason for any of this. He's promoting people actually thinking about Doge as value up here. You want a tip from a guy who's been doing this for 30 years? Doge is a buy at or below 40 sats. Go look what price Doge is right now. 40 sats. The interesting thing about crypto is that there, in my opinion, are some really interesting side stories. For example, Ethereum. I've told you before, if this thing dumps down into this reload zone, I showed you my orders. I'm going to be buying this thing if it comes down into here. Hell, that's going to be almost a 50% haircut. Just boom, in like a week. I mean, that in itself should be a steal. And, you know, like Bitcoin. I'll be more than happy to buy some Bitcoins back. I think I showed you my orders. I got the orders working down here. Actually, that's probably not the chart to show you. Well, maybe it is. There's the chart I want to show you. I got my stink bids to buy my corn back down in reload zones. What is, you know, and I was telling this to the people on the site today. At the very least, what you should be happy about with Brian is that he's consistent. I mean, maybe I go through periods where I just don't really make that much money because it's not really a bull market and I'm kind of tilted towards the long side. I'm not going to go and change my story. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to shill you some product or something. Certainly not going to shill you buying something that I don't think is actually in your best interest because it's a waste of time. It works great in the short term. You get the sale and maybe you buy your Lambo with all the sales. But if the idea doesn't work and like really loses serious money, your whole career could be thrown out the window. Is that worth it just for one deal? I don't think so. And of course, like I've said repeatedly, I'm the type of guy, I don't care what you buy or sell. The reason why I'm doing these is to try and demonstrate. So I want to make money from trading. I'll be happy to buy some Bitcoin down here in my reload zone. But not really overly excited about buying right there. It's kind of like no man's land right now. There are some, like this LTO, really interesting looking coin. You know, monster rally. We all just made ridiculous money on the way up here. And, you know, I actually think this was a leading indicator in the space. And I think that a lot of crypto could do exactly what this thing has done and work its way right back down to the original bottoms. Of course, all the fucking moon boys, diamond hand nonsense, idiot, la 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 la, shitheads. They're going to get crushed through this kind of event. But so what? We don't care about the people that don't know how to trade. They deserve to lose money. You want to learn how to trade? You don't know how to trade? We'll get your ass in fucking TRI. We'll charge you $1,000 for like 3 months, which is just a ridiculously cheap price. And you come out the other side and there's no fucking way you'll be buying up chasey markets. You will be waiting for reload zones. So here's an example where one, you can see I've got my bids working. I'm more than happy to buy this thing back down at the bottom end of the range. So, you know, like a fan favorite. Look at this Ubik. This Ubik didn't do anything through all this shit. Why? Because it's already down at the bottom. It's got nowhere to go but up. I mean, how the hell does this thing crash? It hasn't gone up. How can it crash from not going up? So in this kind of market, I'm more than happy to go and add a little bit more to the books. You tell me, has this thing got any chance to make me any money down the road? Ay, caramba. So, like I said, there are some ideas out there. That thing just W'd. What the fuck? And interestingly enough, there's even some really cool little individual stock stories out there. There's one, LQDA. I bought it. I got stopped out. Then I bought it again off another double bottom. And then all of a sudden in today comes this monster breakout. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Fucking A. Right? And I mean, you just got to follow your plan, trade your plan, right? So here you can see. I like W's. Not a big surprise, Brian's long. And that looks pretty damn good. I mean, everything's pointing in the right direction. So there's one where, you know, broader stock market doesn't look too great. But what's the statistical odds of me making a half decent buck here? I mean, look at that hole. Anybody who's watching this video on YouTube, and you want to, Kevin, can you make sure the comments are on for the video here today? I appreciate it, dude. tell me, what is the statistical percentage of time that gaps like to be filled in? Let's see if you guys even know what this answer is. Kevin, can we make sure that the comments are on for the video here today? Thanks, man. You should be able to answer that. And you should look at that and go, ooh. But I'm not telling you what to buy. I don't care. If anything, just as an illustration, just watch what happens. Let's see. Only time will tell. There's a couple cuties. I think, where was it? One of Kevin's names that actually is, I think it's NFT. I'm not quite sure. But it went zooming up like crazy. Actually, I think LQD is one of Kevin's. But one of these names that he liked, it went zooming up, then came right back down. I missed it the first go-round. So I snuck in and I grabbed some on the pullback here. I don't mind buying that. That's not terrible. Probably good for a rally once we get back into the summer silly season, back up into these areas. I'll probably be able to get a double off on that. I don't see why not. What was the other one? There was another one that I looked at. Oh, you know what? There's a couple warrants that looked really good in here. So I don't know. Warrants, they're a bit advanced, so you have to be careful with them. But also, too, I noticed that these shipping stocks, look at that. That looks pretty. And insiders came out and were like, damn it, this stock is a buy. So I think we're doing pretty well there. So in a weird sort of way, there are some names that look pretty good here. They don't look bad. Where's that? Then there, like I said, I got a couple warrants here that I was like, ooh, that look nice. Like, look at this one. 200,000, not bad. Higher highs and higher lows. And then there was one that did like 500,000 here today, and I was like, wow, something's going on here. Where the hell is it? I think it was like one of Zach's. Thought it was in here. Well, maybe it's down on the day now. Well, I'm sure it'll come to mind later on. But I seem to remember it did about 500,000, and it really caught my attention. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh my goodness, 3.5 million. What the hell is going on here? That's some serious volume. I don't know whether you chase that. I know Zach and we were hunting against the bottom end of the range here, but wow, look at that buying pressure. And somebody just keeps coming in and buying. So there are names that I think are buyable. And of course, they always say volume speaks volumes. So, gave you a couple crypto names, gave you a couple stock names. I don't really see any, the broader market really moving appreciably. We're gonna go back into one of these stock picker markets. So try and hunt those setups, right? It's gonna be the setup names that really perform, that really kick ass. Crypto stocks. If you just follow the broader market trend, this is just gonna be wishy-washy for the next month or so. And actually, final note on Willie's video, and I thought this was really interesting, in that he, according to his on-chain metrics,
Willie, mate, oh my God, we have a lot to talk about.
And hats off, what Bitcoin did. Hats off to you guys, you two gentlemen. Beautiful presentation. Probably they're going to get angry for me showing this on the video. But very, very great job. Look, I'll even give it a thumbs up. And like I said, while we were going through this, I even shared it on the Twitter feed. But one thing he said, which I thought was super cool, and I like this thinking with regard to crypto, is his analysis suggested that a lot of the coins that came off the market here over, say, the past month or so, were coins that were acquired by sort of like the Kevin O'Leary type people that, I don't like the guy at all. Coming into the crypto space to cash in on the public euphoria is hypocritical as fuck. When Bitcoin price is up, oh, I love Bitcoin. I'm long Bitcoin. When Bitcoin price down, oh, I hate Bitcoin. Bitcoin's loser. I mean, it's just the guy's fucking, I hate the guy. But the point is that he came into the space when everybody, of course, was circle jerking there a month or two ago, selling a Bitcoin ETFs and selling Bitcoin mutual funds. Not really good investments, but just riding the inertia of the Bitcoin nonsense. And I think a lot of those people have to be removed from the market. And he was saying that the age of the coins that were selling here were coins that actually came on wallets here. So he got the feeling that these are kind of like the weak hands. These are like the Wall Street people that were just playing the momentum push. They were not going to be in Bitcoin for a long time. And if anything, it was good that we're seeing those coins leave the market. And now we're in the process of transitioning those coins that he called weak coins, weak hand coins. We're transitioning those coins into buyers. And he was saying that when we got below 40 here, he actually started to see sort of like the people coming onto exchanges trying to buy Bitcoins and then take them off the exchange, but they couldn't log on to the exchange because all the damn exchanges were crashed, which is kind of ironic. And he also said that he figured that this was relatively early in this move. This was sort of that area that he was interested, below 40,000 as sort of value. And he also said that he figured it was going to take about a month or so for this to clean itself up. I mean, look how long it took for this to stop going down, start going back up. It's about a month or so, eh? So the reason why I mention that is because actually I like that thinking because, of course, you know me from a stock market perspective. This is the whole sell in May and walk away. This is a terrible time of year seasonally for the stock market. And usually our rule is that the market usually bottoms sometime about the middle to the end of June. And then once we get to that sort of July 4th holiday, then that seasonal pressure, sell in May and walk away, it abates and we move into that summer sort of speculative season. A lot of people play tech stocks and the stock market in the summer, but a lot of professionals have gone off to the Hamptons. So to get from here to the summer silly season, and there's probably a lot of money to be made in crypto through the summer silly season, but to get from here to there, it's going to take this transition of moving those coins from the weak hands into the strong hands, and then we go into summer silly season. And that's music to my ears. If anything, his on-chain analysis was exactly what I was thinking, and so it made me feel really good to hear basically him reiterating exactly what I'm thinking is going to happen here. So hats off to you, Willie. Love your FA. I like that on-chain analysis, which I can't do because I don't have that kind of smarts in crypto. But when, they always say, when fundamentals and technicals align, point same direction, that's what you call rational analysis. And, of course, good old Brian fancies himself a rational investor. So, super, super pleased with that. And, of course, hats off. Love it when I heard these two just tear a strip out of that fucking idiot that I wish would just get the hell out of crypto and go bury his head in some boring hole somewhere. All right, there's your rant for the day. Sure hope you enjoyed that. I don't know whether you did or not, but hey, never a dull moment with the Beamish, eh? Gave you a couple ideas to chew on, so you can't even say I didn't give you some stuff to think about. Not really in a big hurry to call any bottoms here. Let's get through this seasonal window. Let's get on into the middle of July, and then we can go back into partying like crazy. Hopefully everybody's got their vaccines by then, and we're all out getting drunk publicly again. Wouldn't that be fun? All right. Okay, everybody, have yourselves a great rest of your day. Oh, by the way, if you're an OGer and you're watching this video because maybe you just didn't pop on the site for the video, the Daily Brief, do me as Brian a favor and watch today's Daily Brief. I actually made a very personal request to the community today. It's really only a message to TRIOGers who've done very, very well here over the past year or two. In fact, I was talking to one gentleman on Twitter today who actually is going to go and buy up like huge tracts of land in Portugal and convert the land back to forest. That's how well these people have done. So if you are a TRIOG and you happen to watch this because you didn't have time to pop on the site today, do me a favor and come and watch today's Daily Brief. If you are interested, you're feeling very liquid, you've done well, I think it's about time we actually start thinking about setting up the TRI actual physical community in an actual physical location, and I'm ready to take the next step. The question is, would you like to join me? And actually, we've got a really cool place in Hawaii already sort of earmarked. And I like Hawaii. Hawaii is out in the middle of the Pacific, sort of in between Asia and North America. And then maybe we'll also do one maybe down in the Mediterranean or something like that. So we just got hot spots around the world. But first, Hawaii. So, as I said, if you're a TRIOGer, can you do me a favor and just go watch today's Daily Brief? Give some thought to my request, and if you are interested, get in touch with me. All right. I think we'll leave it at that for today. Thank you so much for your time and interest. PMA for the win. Don't listen to anybody on social media, and don't listen to people who are not real experts in their fields, half-assing their expertiseism in their fields. That gets really dangerous. And we all just got taught an excellent lesson by Mr. Musk that you half-ass your way into a field. And the people within the actual industry should start calling you out for an asshole that you are. And I was actually really pleased to see that they were actually doing that. So good on you, crypto community. Don't take no wooden nickels. Don't listen to that dickhead. And let's go out and make a positive difference in this world. I'm probably going to have a lawsuit on my hands for all this. But what the hell. All right, everybody. Have yourselves a great day. PMA for the win. All the best. We'll see you for broiled chickens on Sunday. And the only thing left for Brian to say at this point is a big bye for now.